bird from right here in Central Florida. She fell out of her nest at 5 weeks of age and broke her left wing in 2 places. Luckily, someone noticed that she had fallen out of her nest and called the Audubon Bird of Prey Center here in Orlando. They came out, rescued her. Sorry, I'll get out of your way. She went through rehab and healed up nicely, but unfortunately that time period she had in rehab would have been the same time period she would have been learning how to fly, learning how to hunt. So she never really got that opportunity, and she's not very good at it, let's put it that way. So the U.S. government decided that she could not go back out in the wild, that she needed a permanent home. And that's where they came and asked us if we'd mind taking care of her. We said, sure, absolutely. So she is the poster child for the SeaWorld Busch Gardens Conservation Fund, or one of them, I should say.
And eagles are actually, I know most people, I didn't realize it when I moved here, but you can find them native in Florida.
Yes, actually they're found in all 48 of the continental United States. They've rebounded in numbers quite a bit. They're what we consider a success story in the fact that they were once endangered, but due to some laws that we put in place, some acts of Congress to help protect them, their numbers rebounded over a couple of decades, and they're now found, like I said, in all 48 continental United States. Florida has the 3rd largest population in the U.S.
Wow.
Behind Alaska and Minnesota.
Is that because of the climate, or what makes it so good for Florida?
Water.
Ah.
They love their fish eagles, so they love to be around water. They love to hunt fish, nest near water. They'll take wading birds, they'll take any sort of mammal or reptile that comes near the water. They'll scavenge off dead animals as well. So they're pretty resourceful, and they'll go after a lot of different things. They are the top predator in our ecosystem here as far as in the sky. Now they develop the white head and tail after about 3 to 5 years. So if you were to go out and see a pair flying around and you saw one that was all brown, looked the same size but was all brown, that was a juvenile, probably their offspring. It takes about 3 to 5 years for it to start growing in, 5 to 7 before it's completely white.
And they've got a big range of motion with that head, don't they? Like the way she's turning.
She can look around and look behind her. It's not quite as good as like an owl. You know, they're the species we think of when we think of their head rotating almost all the way around. So. Someone in agriculture back there. Like fish. They have the sharp talons, which they use to help impale that fish, hold onto it when they grab it out of the water. Now these guys hunt differently than, say, the osprey. The osprey generally will fly and hover up above the water looking down, and then will kind of dive straight down into the water feet first, and they actually get wet into the water. These guys kind of fly low across the water, and as they're flying across the surface of the water, they'll snag the fish right out of the water. So they use those big feet, sharp talons to help grab that fish. They also have tiny bumps on their feet that serve as like tread on your shoes to help whip the water away, but be able to maintain a grip on that fish. Very, very strong feet. As you notice, Kathleen here is wearing a glove. That is to protect her arm. Because if the wind blows or if she gets excited or anything, she's going to grip down hard, and we want to make sure it's protected. So that glove there is 3 layers of leather thick. In some parts, it helps protect our hands. Just actually, Kathleen is her tree right now. Now they are a bird of prey. Yep, we both went to college to be trees. Should have gone to Stanford. Should have been an expert at being a tree, right? So, being a bird of prey, strong feet, sharp talons is one of the characteristics of being a bird of prey. Also, forward-facing eyes. They are hunters. They need to be able to see 3-dimensionally very well and be able to tell depth perception how far away something is so they can fly up and grab it. They also have the sharp beak that is used for tearing. So basically, that's the knife, and this is the fork down here. They tear away the meat and eat it whole.
And does she, having been raised by humans, does she have any of those natural instincts still that come out? Like, can you still see that, you know, with the hunting and all the...
To some extent she does. She likes to, when the wind blows, she's like, I'm ready to fly. Even though she's not very good at it, she gets frisky, she wants to get the wind beneath her wings, that sort of thing. But when it comes comes to, like, for say, we'll be out in our sea gardens, which is our main interactive area for our animal ambassadors. A lot of our rescued animals are featured there. And we'll be standing there just like this, and a rabbit will come walking by in the park, or a squirrel, and she'll look down and she doesn't even bat an eyelash at it, doesn't even seem to recognize. I'm sure she does to some extent recognize it could be food, but she knows that it's easier to get it from us. And, I mean, she's got, what, free room and board and full medical benefits. I mean, it's a life.
So don't get it wrong that, I mean, she still is a wild animal, so that they never lose their innate ability to hunt or fly. That's always there, but because, like you said, that we give them free room and board, they're opportunistic, so it's a lot easier to get it from us. But we still have to pay attention to what we're doing with her. For instance, she doesn't particularly like being touched. So I watch where my placement of my body is around her and how close she is to me. Because you never know when she's going to decide to be a bird.
Well, I wouldn't bring her next to be a possum either.
Well, like Brandon was saying, possums aren't their natural food source. They're fish eaters. So first of all, they wouldn't really think about that unless they got really hungry. And second of all, they're all raised together. So they tend not to look at each other as food sources. Like he was saying, the rabbits that were running around the enclosure, that tends not to be her food source, so she's not really looking to go for that. Now she got very, very, very hungry. That's when it doesn't matter what you eat, right? You just need to eat. So
she's learned that every day she's going to get several offerings of food. She can eat as much as she wants or as little as she wants. So that goes for most of the animals here at the park, actually. A lot of people don't realize that. So, you know, they're gonna get the amount of food that they need, no matter what. We need a healthy population of animals here, so even while training, that's the case.
And how do you enrich her? Are there ways you can enrich a bald eagle? That's
The birds of prey have a tendency to be a little bit more focused solely on food than other things. But that being said, we have some that like to tear at paper towel wads. We have a falcon that likes to do that. We've given her like paper towel rolls stuffed with like newspaper, you know, and they'll pull it out and rip it out. It has a lot to do with kind of mimicking those instincts of tearing and ripping and pulling apart stuff. Kong toys, we've used Kong toys before. Hid fish in it or something like that, and then go after it. Yeah, minnows sometimes in water or something like that. Those are all different ways of enriching a bird of prey. But when it comes to like rubbing them down and you know, and spraying them with the hose or something like some of our other animals here, they're not too keen on it sometimes. Some of the birds like to be sprayed with hoses. They like to get that shower effect.
I have two questions. Number one, how much does she weigh? And number two, we wanted to know how fast do they fly a normal bird that's not injured?
Well, how much do you think she weighs? That's a good question.
They probably about 65 to 75 pounds.
65 to 75. Wow, you think Kathleen's strong. Anybody else got a guess?
did you see me propping her
5
up like
pounds?
this?
10?
30, what'd you say? 30.
I like her guess.
10.
10 pounds. 10 pounds.
Wow,
How
wow.
much she weighs, yes. They are mostly feathers, and as a flighted bird, their bones are hollow.
Okay, how
So,
many of you have pets at
lightweight.
home? And dogs? You buy dog food, right? Cat could be the same. You buy a bag of pet food. You get a what? 5, 10-pound bag of food? I have a couple cats or dogs, so I get a 30-pound bag of food. How do you carry that? One arm? One arm? Oh, you carry it like this with both hands. It's heavy, so I would have to have her like this if she was 30 pounds. I'd be dying.
And about the speed,
Speed, these guys, the way I kind of describe it with these guys is they do a lot of soaring up high. They have excellent vision, so they can see for quite a ways. And so their flight depends a lot, speed depends a lot on the wind speed and everything else that they're going about. They're not the jet fighter of the bird world. They're more of the bomber. They're heavier in weight. Their wings are very broad for soaring, and so they don't have to flap nearly as much as some of the other birds. So they can fly pretty quick, but they're not going to dive at over 200 miles an hour like the peregrine falcon. That's bullet shaped. That bird is bullet shaped. It's got wingtips that come all the way out to a point to make sure that it's more aerodynamic. They're much smaller and they're more agile. They fly after things that fly. They swoop down out of the air and try to catch birds out of midair. So they have to be able to turn really quickly. Whereas these guys are looking for fish that may be at the surface, or you know, a rabbit or something that might be on the banks or something that they could surprise and come down and just overwhelm, kind of ambush.
Just to give you an idea of speed, if she were chasing a duck and off the surface of the water, so say the duck got a little bit of a head start, that she didn't just hit it as she came down, the duck would escape. So ducks are designed to fly faster than these guys. These guys don't have a lot of forward thrust and momentum to catch up to things.
And that's a good point. If you're looking at birds of prey, the different groups of birds of prey are often grouped according to their wing shape and tail shape. And you can tell oftentimes what the prey of a bird of prey is just by looking at those wing shapes and tail shapes. So we have, like here in Florida, from here you have Cooper's hawks and various types of accipiters that will have long tail feathers that are straight, kind of oxy in shape, rectangular in shape, and their wings are kind of come to more of a point. That way they can catch things real quick. Then you have some of the other Buteos like the red-tailed hawk, broader wings, broader tail, and that's because they're catching more things that are on land that may dart, and so they have to adjust as they're coming in. That wider wing allows them to adjust, move through trees and such so that they can catch things that are on the ground